Black women are the backbone of the Democratic Party? I just thought this was a manosphere talking point. Maybe I was in denial, but you have CNN stating that black women are the backbone of the Democratic Party and that it is a heavy burden. Then we have The Hill saying that the DNC chair says black women are the backbone of the Democratic Party. Forbes went as far as to say black women are the backbone of democracy. Wow, what a heavy burden indeed. Some of the Democratic Party's heavy hitters would be none other than Letitia James of the Divine Nine. That would be the Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and also a Howard University alum. She, being the AG of the Southern District of New York, is doing a lot of legal activism for the Democratic Party. The next heavy hitter up would be Tanya Chutkan of the Ivy League, University of Pennsylvania. She is an Obama, that would be the Rules for Radical gang, an Obama-appointed federal judge doing a lot of legal activism for the Democratic Party. Next heavy hitter up is Fani Willis, currently enjoying the clout of legal activism. Now, Fani is a Howard U alum. Her Divine Nine affiliation is Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated. Yes, they are incorporated. All those books of law, all the education of the modern black woman. It's amazing with all the oppression. And I know, living in the South, those Dixie Democrats, they really love the work that these women are doing. In fact, if you go into some of their homes, you'll see mammy dolls. Yes, if you go around to some of the antique shops in the South with the Dixiecrats, Democrats, they love mammy dolls. Tell me why. A lot of these Democrat activist heavy hitters seem to be beyond accountability, as they have done things to not concede races that they lost, but instead they're celebrated on shows like The View. And the sheer magic of descending from slave owners, they say, and then ascending as a black woman to the second highest position in America. Wow, the oppression. And the Democratic heavy hitters, the gatekeepers, they let her come to the cookout. Miss Hot Sauce Queen herself, hot sauce and mayo, eyes in no way tired. He has not brought her this far, but he did let her down. They always do. And this is never going to sit well. I sure hope that the latest disaster that's happened in Hawaii, I hope they keep the children very close and very safe, if you know what I mean. Especially when the Democratic gang refers to certain children as roaches. The Democratic Party, which they say the black women are the backbone of, has made amazing strides when it comes to LGBTQ rights and privileges. And who would have thought that this new wave of feminism would intersect with the LGBTQ fight to ultimately replace and take the identity of women? Amazing. And equally amazing is how clear now you can see the connection between Hollywood and Washington, D.C., how they intersect and worked in tandem to progressively change the mindset and get the public to accept the revolution. It starts out as a play, as a script, and before you know it, it is now a law of the land. The standards seem to be so low, and the muses that are selected to give these political talking points, ultimately, the spirit behind it is very clear. In retrospect, looking over the last few years, the collective traumatizing, the psyops, it feels like hazing. And if you could recall, Patrisse Cullors, the BLM founder, another heavyweight of the Democratic Party, she did a ritual. And this ritual was so dark. She was dressed as a winged demon. And she was doing a ritual out in the open. It was some form of performative art. But later we see that she would rather live behind gates in million-dollar mansions with white neighbors. Another aspect of this progressive space for women is they dictate what is healthy, what is beautiful, and if the people don't accept it, they are told that they are hateful and they're phobic. Yet they've told us that these people are nice people. And behind closed doors, we see nothing but mean girl behavior, sorority level hazing, just cruelness. It's hard to see accountability coming from those that have been leaders in the major cities of America that are now lawless. They look like dystopian apocalyptic movies, but yet these cities have been democratic strongholds for decades. But where is the accountability? Taking on such titles as the backbone of the Democratic Party, it carries some responsibility then. It's a trick bag, some accountability for the condition of our cities. A lot of us live in these cities, but then a lot of us live behind gated communities as well. Those gates will not continue to keep people from the reality of their choices, their selections, and what they consent to. We are currently at peak level banana republic. We're watching our legal system being weaponized to be used against political enemies. This is unbelievable what we are witnessing and how people are celebrating this collapse. Speaking of collapse, the devil did come down to Georgia. And the cover-up sometimes is worse than the crime. But everything done in the dark is coming to the light. The leaks flooded out as fast as they said the pipes broke. But the real thing is, where's the moral compass and the accountability? The backbone of democracy. We really need to look into this democracy. Because from what I understood, we had a republic at one time. But a lot of us need to understand these forms of government, where they came from. And a lot of things do come from the Greek culture. A lot of us, we are at a point in time where we must denounce a lot of things, if we've made covenants with other gods and goddesses, Greek gods and goddesses, we do need to renounce these things and we need to repent. That's not all of us. Some of us are called to do that. And for those people that are, time is of the essence. Time for that spine to be straightened. Get back to law. Get back to the Most High God.